Welcome back to Hinkley Point C, where 12,000 people are busy building Britain's first nuclear power station in over 30 years. It'll supply zero carbon electricity to 6 million homes around the clock. Restarting the nuclear industry after such a long gap hasn't been easy, but we're making real progress. When I last showed you around, we were building towards lifting the dome onto our first reactor building, lifting the main control room into position, installing the turbine hall crane and lifting the next huge section onto Unit 2. Well, we did all that and more, and with the buildings and structures progressing well, we've started fitting all the equipment needed to bring the station to life and make electricity. Let's go and see what we've been up to. So here inside the reactor building, we're getting ready to install the reactor, the beating heart of the power station, later this year. The polar crane above me was lifted in a single 750-ton piece just before the dome went on. It's now being commissioned for its first job, lifting the reactor and steam generators into position. They'll be brought into the reactor building on rails through the equipment hatch. The reactor will then be carefully lifted into the reactor pool here, where it will stay for its operational life. Next, the steam generators will be placed alongside the reactor. They'll take heat from the reactor to generate steam to power the world's largest turbine. Each one weighs 520 tons and is 25 meters tall. The first pair arrived on site in May. The steam they produce will be used in the turbine hall next door. Let's go and see how that's coming on. So here in the turbine hall is where that steam will be used to generate electricity. Standing here, it's incredible to see the transformation of this building. It was not long ago when all you could see were these blue steel columns, and now I'm standing on the operating floor which they support, with the building all around me. It's a huge space, longer than a rugby pitch and as tall as Nelson's column. Above us, the 300-ton gantry crane spans the hall and was installed at the end of last year. It'll begin lifting parts of the world's largest steam turbine, the Arabelle, later this year. I mentioned the main control room earlier. Well, it's just over that wall behind me between the turbine hall and the reactor building, after being installed last November. It's a great example of modular construction and is now being fitted out for operation. Let's keep moving and head inside. We're now in the electrical building, where we're installing the equipment needed to make the power station work. These switchboards, now covered up to protect them, will provide the power to pumps, valves, cabinets, fans and heaters right across the power station. A big focus this year is completing these rooms and fitting the miles of pipes and cables and equipment. It's what we call the MEH phase. Factories across Britain are making the equipment we need, and our training centres are giving British workers the skills to get the job done. These are the 10 kilovolt cables that will connect the transformer to the switchboards, powering the entire station. We've got 70 miles of these to install. Let's head to the pump house. This is the site's largest building, with much of it being underground. It will pump water from the Bristol Channel to cool the steam that's being used by the turbines. Again, fantastic progress has been made here, and we're close to reaching the roof level. Out under the Bristol Channel, we're working to connect 6 vertical shafts to the tunnels we've built that will bring the cooling water in and out of the power station. Everything we have seen so far is on Unit 1, but what about its twin, Unit 2? We're now in Unit 2's reactor building, where our goal is to catch up after we stopped most of the work here during the pandemic. Here, the final ring section will be installed later this year before the dome goes on next year. We are typically building Unit 2 20 to 30% faster. It's the same job, but we're learning better ways to do it. For example, we're pioneering a new welding method on the reactor pool that is 4 times faster than the first time around. More modularization allows us to construct larger parts in factory conditions before being lifted into the buildings with the world's largest land-based crane, Big Carl. And with our design adapted to British regulations and complete in detail, suppliers know exactly what to make. And every innovation here is being incorporated into our plans to build Units 3 and 4 at Sizewell C in Suffolk. So that's our latest tour of Hinkley Point C, where you've seen the real progress we are making here in Somerset. Next time you'll see our really big pieces of equipment in place, and our MEH colleagues will be taking over to complete the fit out of our fantastic power station. A big thank you to everyone on site for your hard work, and to thousands of people in our factories all around the country and around the globe. Together we will help Britain achieve net zero and provide greater energy security. Thank you for watching.